Hi everyone, my name is Joanna and today I wanted to do a short video about ways to protect yourself from negative spiritual attacks. The reason being is I see a lot of people expressing concern over feeling harassed, bothered, physically attacked, spiritually attacked by negative entities. Usually referencing those that are more energy based, so not necessarily like a physical body, but like some either a ghost or some lower dimensional being. And obviously these experiences are tremendously scary, frightening, and a lot of people are generally asking for help in learning how to stop or limit these attacks. And I just wanted to do kind of a quick video that I hope some will find helpful as far as understanding why these attacks happen, and empowering people to really exercise all options they have to limit negative entities and accessing them. And the first thing I wanted to note is that these lower level entities actually cannot access us unless we are vibrating at a lower level. So we are in what is considered the third dimension, and these entities are actually lower density. So they're in a lower vibrational state. How they are able to access us is if we are in fact vibrating lower, meaning usually we're in a negative emotional state, and that causes our energy, our being, to vibrate at a lower frequency, and because of that we become vulnerable to attacks. There are some who believe that when we dream we can project and travel outside of our body, and that there is a membrane that we enter, come back and through and out during these mobile states, that these entities kind of lie in wait, so to speak, to startle and scare us as we're returning, and that for some is what results in sleep paralysis. I understand other people believe it to be a biological condition. I'm not arguing either point, I'm just noting that we can be in a vulnerable state, or many feel like they're in a vulnerable state with sleep, but a lot of people complain about being attacked too, just in waking life. So my encouragement is to, one, realize that you have influence over their ability to access you by simply monitoring and managing your emotional state. I'm not suggesting you need to be happy all the time. It's not valid and it's not going to happen, but to be mindful if you're noticing that you're really percolating, kind of residing in a negative state for quite a while, to try to do anything in those moments to feel better. Anytime you can move up in your emotional state, so even if again you move from a negative state to a feeling of calm, you've increased your vibrational frequency, and that makes it much harder for these entities to even access you at all. If you are in a negative mood state, they will often access you through fear. They are and can be aware of sort of the shadows, the work to be done, things that terrify us, past pains, hurts, and they will use those to actually invoke fear in negative emotional states and keep you in a lower vibrational state. So if you're aware of the dynamic, you might understand when these things happen what that true purpose is, and learn to pivot out of these states. So one way, again, is to just simply acknowledge the fact that our moods have a huge impact on this, but also to understand that sometimes these experiences, though not wanted, not invited, and obviously very painful to go through, can highlight work to be done. They can actually show and highlight the shadow work to be done, things that we've not resolved, pain that we have sort of buried, and allowing for that work, allowing for these negative experiences, feelings to kind of bubble up, and processing them out and resolving them actually can not only increase your own vibration, but again limit access. So these shadows will essentially dissipate, right? You integrate these past experiences, all aspects of self, into one, and these stop being vulnerable or weak points because you fully incorporate them into your sense of being. So that is just sort of my first recommendation. in relation to attacks is to realize that you do have influence, that these attacks generally are indicators that, one, we're in a vulnerable mood state or there's work to be done. It's not suggesting, again, that you're inviting them, wanting them, or desiring them, because most people aren't. They're truly terrifying. But to realize that you can exert influence just by simply monitoring how you feel and start to do some of this work that we're set to do, and go from there. I will, in future videos, talk about other ways to protect yourself. If there's a video prior to this that I talked about kind of protecting your energy and grounding, and those are some strategies that you can use. A lot of people intuitively gravitate towards some practice, whether it's meditation, use of stones, chakra cleaning, it can be any body work, counseling. I mean, it can be anything to help move them and progress through some of these hurts and pains that they're carrying, and really grow on all levels, spiritually, emotionally, and start to just kind of clear out this negative junk. And just that work alone causes us to vibrate higher and to feel lighter. A lot of people talk about feeling lighter, and it really starts to reduce these attacks, because we're vibrating at a higher level and these entities just can't access us. So again, I will do future videos, but I just wanted some basic level video talking about the fact that you can influence this, and I encourage you to seek out and continue to learn information and hone your own practice so that you can stay in a higher vibrational state longer each day, and just kind of find your life purpose and feel great while living this life. So thank you for your time, and I wish you the greatest of days.